The stock versions are never quite what you want, are they?
Where's the laser? Where's the infrared? It says laser, but it's doesn't matter. That's what we wanted. This is where we were, right? Rana? That's where we were, but it's not getting us any closer to the maroon. I'm trying to think. I mean, if there was a way to check the affinity of the character and see how much further you need, I don't maybe not. We've been doing just fine. So I'll say this, I've never had any trouble with bounties up until level 60. Up until level 60, I've not been hindered by bounties at all. Not at all. But now it's like, what happened? Okay, great, we can pay this one off. Great. Good shit. Whatever. I don't even know where or how I got that bounty, but it doesn't matter. Probably just on accident. Anywho. Alright. Is that Andreja just running away? What the fuck? What are you doing? Huh. Yeah. Trying to think. What can we... I was thinking maybe we could talk to her and see. There she is.
I do. As long as it is something suitable for mixed company, of course. I am not surprised you have questions. I look forward to our next discussion.
Okay. This is what I remember just by going through that. She doesn't know where the house Bruin are because they just dropped her off with no way home. And I know there's contraband, there's writings. Maybe we can sell the contraband writings somewhere, maybe get an idea about where to find them or something. What else was it? She was dropped off and... Right, the smuggling. They rely on smuggling. So that's two clues that point to maybe that maybe get these writings. Maybe the writings are for something. I'm gonna take half of my stash there. And then, so we're riding dirty. We're gonna ride dirty out to, I think the Trade Authority does it, but I think also this little guy.
Responding to hail, you are cleared to dock. Welcome to UC Space.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
Dusty. Dusty. Dusty.
Move, Barrett. Come on, bro. Shit. Look how big this ship is, dude. And they're all just like in the hallway, like blocking the 2-foot space where you have to walk
Last
through.
night was enlightening.
Throw that son of a bitch down the
I hope
fucking
to
in the basement.
learn more next time.
They should always just be chilling here, always. Always, they should just be sitting right here. Okay, we're in space. Alright, we're boarding. Hatches.
Talk to me, my dear friend.
Alright, we've got contraband writings from Varun. And I'm trying to see.
It's a little surprising,
here.
isn't it? Out here on the edge of UC space. But it's just so
So it's
quiet.
the trade authority, yeah, you can sell it.
Time was, none of us would be here now weren't for Ve Victus. Long live the UC.
May do something, may not do anything.
How may the trade
It would
authority
seem more
assist you?
prudent that the UC simply shut down this entire station, rather than allow it to endure in this state.
Certainly.
This isn't a good sign. It's only worth...
May I be of service? It's very kind of you to offer, but I am currently not in a position to personally require your services. There are, however, likely some trade authority contracts available at the terminal down in the bar. I'm sure you're already aware that the trade authority is quite generous when it comes to completing said contracts. If there are deals to be made, you'll find that we'll go to great lengths to take advantage of them. My primary role here is to oversee logistics operations for our many trade routes in the area, but I convinced my superiors that it was worth setting up something more customer-oriented. I'm told that they are quite pleased with the results. The Trade Authority appreciates your business.
That did nothing.
If you're ever in New Atlantis, mind putting in a good word for me? I don't think my messages to SSNN are getting through.
Alright, maybe SSNN has some news about anything. Literally anything. The ECS or the Varun or anything. Can anybody tell me anything in this game? Sold the contraband. Didn't come up with any dialogue options. So we go into Jennison to talk up this little guy here at the Let's go residential. Let's go residential. I don't even know if it'll let me land. Yeah. Nope.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Fascinate me.
All right, we're done. You're cleared to land at New Atlantis.
You're you're something else.
I believe the residential areas where SSNN is, News Network. No, it's in the commercial. It's in the commercial, but it's always good just to stop in here. It's a good. Well, never mind. This was all
Mother
right.
wanted
Let's see
me-
what's up. I haven't been in here in a while, and my level's been going up, so maybe she's got some.
There's something to be said for brand loyalty. I'd much rather have someone comfortable with their purchase than some mythical best possible buy. You're here because you need something you can connect with. Something I'm sure we can find.
That's 30 G's. Shit, man. Look at that. 30 G's for that. DPS. Pretty off the chain, though. This too.
You know,
I might buy
just
some.
by walking through that door, please.
This would be like the first time I've ever bought any ammo, but I might buy. I don't know even what they're called. For my negotiator. 40mm XPL. This right here. 726 for 11 rounds. All right. $7 million, 7 bullets. So it's another. It's West End. I don't know about the West End. Well, hello. That's just some crackhead trying to be like a security guard. Look, she's like, I'm just like you. I'm just like you. Look at me. I have a gun. What? Do you see what this fool's doing next to you? She's mocking you. Do you see
Saw your
this?
ship coming.
She's
Nice
mocking
ride.
you. Look, she's mocking you. Look. See? It's like the two stooges over here. That's funny. I could I could just follow that all day and just see what's what they get into. Slapstick. Look at this outfit. Where's some trendy stuff like that? That is a nice hat you have. Alright, we're going to the News Network. Wait, I'm gonna do something real quick.
They'll have our table ready soon.
This is what I meant. This is where I meant to check. So this is a good spot right here. If you've got the creds, come over here to the Outland. He's got like advanced gear and random good shit.
You're only I would never dream of selling substandard gear. Please do.
It's always worth coming over here and just checking it out. Yeah, not really much on the weapons front. That's tight, that's tight. That's tight. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, yes. It's always worth coming over here. That just made my day. That'll put a smile on your face. I like it. Hell yeah, dude. Way to be, Mr.
Be careful out there.
Cornelius, you're the best, dude. You're the best. If you want to build your sets, you just come around here and he'll have what you want. Might take a while. But you come around here. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Believe it or not, I think that Explorer is pretty high up there with the damage resistance and stuff. So if you can find... I'm not 100% sure what the best gears are, but I think it's up there. We're gonna go ahead and hard save. Don't be dumb.
I am glad there is still a reliable source of news in the settled systems, though
Story to tell.
it often travels significantly slower than light.
I do have a story to tell. What gave it away? Was it the giant scar on my face? Was that what gave it away? Or was it my killer dreads, or my killer bolts here?
Do you have a story for me or not?
You're wondering where I got my haircut, aren't you? Yeah, let's
Welcome to SSNN, where the news never sleeps. If you're part of the David Barron fan club, try not to inflate his ego too much. He's liable to burst.
Where are you?
A cog in the machine. If you mean literally, Nadia Mufaz,
That's what I would mean.
head researcher of the office. So if we got any facts wrong, I'm the one who files your complaint into the shredder. Sorry. Long day. Longer night. How about a do-over? Let's take a look at you. You're not from around here. My guess is you really work for a living. I bet you have a story or two.
Are you judging me?
I have a feeling about such things.
Look, I've seen things that'll make your skin crawl. Okay? I was wondering if
I can't promise you that. If your story checks out, your name may not be in the final copy. But I have the feeling you might be one day. I'm interested only in primary sources. So things you've seen and or done that are newsworthy. No hearsay. So, what do you got for me?
Thought that was more of like a joking nod. She would have been like, ha ha. Don't we all want to be famous? She's got makeup on. It's like, I don't see very many women in this game with makeup on.
I could take a breather too.
She's got some eyeliner on. Wait, what? Captain Patrol ship, the scow was... Oh, I'm telling her what's up?
I'm working on an investigative piece about some of the businesses in the well right now. Trying to get a handle on how things are in that part of the city. I'm not sure the story will get off the ground, though. I asked the higher-ups if I could go down there for some interviews, but they said it's too dangerous. They'd probably be all for it if David asked. I wouldn't be writing it if I didn't. Most people in New Atlantis like to pretend the well doesn't exist. I think it's important to call attention to what's going on down there. Really? You sure? The well's a pretty dangerous place. It might be too much for a first-time reporter. Who do I look like? David Barron? Yeah, I'd give you credit for your work. Credits, too. I have a small budget for things like this. Great. I had 3 interviewees in mind. Teresa Mason, the owner of Kay's house, Henrik Zaran at Apex Electronics, and Nurse O'Shea from the medbay. You don't need to ask too many tough questions. I just want to read on how their businesses are doing, and how things are in the well. I really can't thank you enough. If you've seen something interesting, let me know. If it pans out into a full story, you'll be compensated. You certainly get around. I'm surprised that branch has any customers left the number of times it's been held up. But I thought the Rangers had finally managed to get a handle on it. I heard there was a standoff. That true? I'd say I'm surprised, but this is my total lack of surprise face. What happened to the robbers? The Shaw gang? I'm sure he was thankful for your assistance. These things are often messy. Any customers or Galbank staff get hurt? That's really good news. Usually, well, it's a different kind of story. You were there. You were involved in resolving it. Any comment on the Freestar Rangers? Having another high-profile robbery in their own backyard is a bit of a black eye. Huh. That's really good to know. Stories like this always fire up public outrage and appetite. Thanks for the interview. And take this.
So, in Fallout, maybe Fallout 4, when you told like news anchors, or I think there was a newspaper journalist.
If you have a news story for me, I'm very happy to pay your fee.
Newspaper journalist in one of the cities in Fallout 4, and when you told her some stuff, it would be in the newspaper. Perhaps this is like, it'll be in those little announcements. Whatever I tell her will be in the announcements when you walk.
You have another
past the
story for me?
kiosks
My
around
source is
town.
back. Here to report anything else? Looks like some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier to hit stationary targets than dogfighting in the field. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. Refreshing. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO.
Oh, yes. I'm not quite sure I have heard this entire story.
Bad blood between the fabled Constellation and the Crimson Fleet? Has all the markings of what we in the SSNN call a story. So what's your role in all this? Part of a tour group? Wow, an actual member of Constellation graces my office. Do we bow? Maybe smoke a pipe? So we've covered the basics. How about any harrowing tales of daring do? How'd a bunch of miners
Constellation
triumph?
just went up a notch.
Huh. Sounds like a good outfit. The heroic miner is a good angle. This is a good local story. Plucky miners band together and punch above their weight. If you ever get more stories like this, drop by. And take this to cover any incidentals, or other creative ways to pad out an expense report.
It's around the same.
You talk and get paid, I spread the news. It's a classic win-win. I already interviewed an ex-pirate about the robbery, but she was as reliable as good coffee around here. So you were there when it went down? What were you doing there? Well then, let's continue, Mr. Not Really Relevant. Tell me about this Captain Petrov. I've heard he's a bit of an eccentric. What was your impression of him? I would have loved to have seen it. I'm sure it would make a good story right there. No one seems to know exactly what was stolen, but everyone agrees it was valuable. Care to shed some light on it?
I would agree with Constellation to keep this under wraps.
I don't blame you. Last question. About, and I'm quoting, a zoo gone wild. The Elder Source swore up and down that alien creatures got out of their cages and went on a rampage. Please, please, please tell me she was telling the truth. It's got to be some Aurora-induced hallucination. You mean besides the ratings? I just want to live in a galaxy where eccentric millionaires have out-of-control zoos. But, just give it to me straight. Zoo. Fact or fiction?
I didn't see any of that.
I knew it was too good to be true. Oh well. This is just a plain old good story. Check the newsfeed for it later. And here's your payment. You have that look in your eye. What's the scoop? I have a feeling we'll see each other again.
I came here to talk to
If you ever find yourself with a hot lead, we will do our best to protect your anonymity. It's important Administrations come and go in the big city. We're close to the action here in New Atlantis. Prime position to report on the big stories that affect the United Colonies.
What's that all about? I was hoping there was someone here to talk to about that reporter that was on the den.
If you have a news story, you have another story for me? Dear Lord, everyone. He's a smart guy. He cares about... He's way too damn cozy with the UC. And my biggest beef with him is he's credited with everything he reports, and he doesn't lift... Hope to see you again.
Okay. Maybe if we do this mission for her, we can talk to somebody about that reporter. It's kind of weird. Maybe it's not a big deal.
I am thankful these rides are quick. I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces with many people I do not know.
Just feel like none of this matters. Like
everyone's welcome, so long as you keep your hands to yourself. No shortage of hungry mouths to feed around here. Keeps us on our toes. Nothing else. Mom, that's Kay, gets all the credit. Started making sure people felt welcome back when I was just a kid. She had one rule: no causing trouble. Everyone abided by it, put their differences aside when they came through the door. After a few years of feeding so many mouths, we needed extra credits to stay afloat. Didn't mean for this to turn into a business, but here we are. If folks are willing to pay a little to have some place to feel safe and get a decent meal, well then, we'll sure take it.
Is this a hostel?
Absolutely. I'm sure my mom would be proud to have the place featured in an article. What's up? Business is steady, as usual. We don't tolerate violence or disrespect, so a lot of folks like to spend time here. The only thing that's worrying me is a new group of customers I've seen hanging around lately. They've been watching the UC surplus store pretty closely. I have a bad feeling they might be planning something. Kay's house has a reputation as a safe place. I don't want to be associated with that kind of thing. Honestly, I'd really appreciate that. I'd feel terrible if something happened and I hadn't done anything to try to stop it. Why don't you come by when you have some spare time, and we'll talk it out. Same as ever. I've lived in the well my whole life, and things have never really changed. The UC government promises to clean the place up every couple years, but there's still just as much crime and poverty as there was when I was a kid. That's why Kay's house is so important. It's the one place people in the well feel safe. Be sure to put that in the article, okay? I'm really proud of it. Yeah, sure thing. I'm Teresa Mason, and this is my home. My mom's the Kay who founded Kay's house. I grew up here along with the business. My mom passed the place on to me when she decided to retire. Running it is my pride and joy. I've put everything I have into it. Great. Let me know when the article comes out, will you? I'd like to read it.
I've got limited resources, but I try not to turn anyone away just because they're light on credits. We're doing the best we can here. That's all we can ever do. A journalist? That's a surprise. Most people don't think anything that goes on in the well is worth writing about. I'd be happy to help if I can. Things are always the same in the well. Violent and dangerous. I swear I treat more injuries here than I did when I was a Navy medic. Sure, if you'd like. My name's Talia. I was born and raised right here in the well. I've been the nurse here at the med bay for over a decade now. Once upon a time, I was a combat medic for the UC Navy. When the colony war ended, I came back to the well to put my skills to use for the people here. Things are always rough at the med bay. I'm the closest thing to a doctor that the well has, and I can't treat everyone. The last few weeks have been especially bad. There's some kind of infection going around, and a lot of kids down here are catching it. It just breaks my heart to see. Oh, you're sweet to offer. There might be something you can do, if you're willing. Let's chat again when you have some time to spare, all right? All right, dear. You let me know if there's anything else I can do for you.
Optics of it. I've got friends who fought in the colony war, after all.
No loitering, okay? I don't have the patience for it. Can't say I'll have what you need, but you're welcome to look. A reporter? Fine, but I'm only talking basics. I don't like people snooping around my business. How the hell do you think? Life's a mess down here. I'm not holding my breath for it to get any better. Name's Henrik. I own Apex Electronics. That's all I'm willing to say to some nosy reporter. Door's still open, isn't it? That's my idea of success. Sorry if you were hoping for something more flowery. Great! Now why don't you help me out and buy something? I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
You got something worth buying? So I walk away.
Stocks are happy to make a deal. Stay safe out there.
You didn't hear this from me, but those ecliptic mercenaries? The factions use them sometimes. Rizz Collective and UC both.
he has anything random. I came in here and started stealing these, and they refresh when you take them, I guess. And I found a legendary in there somehow.
You ask me, the real new Atlantis is out there.
And these are the
Stuff tops.
These are the ones that I didn't take with me. I just threw them everywhere. That's hilarious.
Personally, I think daylight. Absolutely.
Advanced microgun. Yowzer. It's only 20,000 creds. It's pretty fun. Damn, I might buy that. I might just buy it, just say fuck it. We're gonna have some fun. Where's that 40 millimeter? There we go. He typically doesn't really have anything special.
You need something else? I'll be here.
You need something else? You got a bowl of spaghetti. I was hoping the news network had some news for me. They're asking news from me.
What does your scanner reveal?
That is botany. She goes again. It's pretty funny.
That neon fella. I missed it. How'd it go?
What's this? Look at this. What's this? Whoa! I don't even know where. I was looking for a menu. I didn't mean to just come down here. What is this? Not sure where we are. So is this the commercial lower level? Or is it just this little park? Oh, it's right up there. That's odd, right? Am I wrong in thinking that? That's there's an elevator just to go down there. Oops.
Aren't you the one I saw running away from that crazy guy?
You have that look in your eye. What's the scoop? You talk and get paid, I spread the news. It's a classic win-win. Hey, that's great. Thanks so much. Did everything go all right? It's that bad? I'm glad I'm writing this story then. Maybe the government will finally make good on their promise of cleaning things up down there. I can't thank you enough for helping me out. I'll send you a copy of the story if it gets published. There's nothing like seeing your name in print. Back to the grind.
Okay. Okay, we're almost to level 62. I'll have 5 good skill
Hi, mister.
points for upgrading my ship skills. So that'll be good. I'm gonna run these 2 little missions here, these little side missions while we're here, just to spruce up Andreja. Alright, I'm gonna take a short break, stretch the legs. I'm gonna do that.